Star Wars The Force Awakens is the seventh movie in the Star Wars franchise, directed by J.J. Abrams and stars a blend of the old cast from the original trilogy, including Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill, and newcomers to the franchise, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver, and Oscar Isaac. And let's just answer the one burning question right off the bat. Is this a good Star Wars film? Are we dealing with another prequels situation, or do we have ourselves the first good Star Wars film for 32 years? Well, I'm happy to say he did it. J.J. Abrams has done it. We have the first good Star Wars film for 32 years. We have a good Star Wars film. He's done it. From the very moment the film starts, this feels like a Star Wars film in a way the prequels just didn't. This properly feels like a Star Wars film from the off, and you are put right back into this world, right back into the Star Wars universe, and I loved it for that. I'll also address it right from the off. This review will be completely spoiler free, totally so. And because of that, I'm basically not going to go into the plot at all. I didn't know the plot going into the film because, to be blunt about it, why would you want to? You don't need to know the plot. What I knew was there's Daisy Ridley, there's a lass called Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, there's John Boyega, there's Kylo Ren, who appears to be kind of a badass, and there's Captain Phasma, who I was kind of hoping was going to be the new Boba Fett because I love Boba Fett. Boba Fett rules. Other than that, I knew basically nothing. Apart from, obviously, you had a few original cast members as well. I knew nothing. I didn't want to know anything, and frankly, neither should you. So I'm basically just not going to go into the plot at all. That's it. So without doing that, this film's awesome. Really, really awesome. I think the main reason it really works is the fact that they've managed to blend really well that mixture of the old and the new, both through great performances and a really good script and excellent dialogue really excellent dialogue between the characters. You've got Daisy Ridley and John Boyega have superb chemistry. I loved every scene they were in together, and they're in a lot of scenes together. But their chemistry was spot on from the start. Daisy Ridley is going to be a star. Simple as that. She is the star of the film. She steals the film, and she is going to be an absolute star. John Boyega really surprised me by how funny his character was. He pulls off comedy really well, and again sparks off Daisy Ridley's character perfectly. But you also have the original cast, who their characters are done properly, because this is 30 years since Return of the Jedi, and they're not just rehashing the same stuff. They're older, they're wiser, they're still the same characters at heart, but they are older, they are wiser. Han Solo especially. Solo's fantastic in this film. Really good. Harrison Ford nailed it, because he's still Han Solo, and his chemistry with Chewie it's still as good as it ever was. But he's an older man, he's a wiser man, but he's still Han Solo, and that's what you wanted. And obviously the older cast members and the new cast members, they also work really well together. They spark off each other even in that way, and it just works. The other thing that I suppose, well, the other thing actually is it looks great. It looks great, really good. There wasn't a moment I was like, "Oh, come on, that looks horrible." Not really, anyway. It looks great. It sounds great. My one issue with it, well, it's both a strength and a weakness, actually. This film references the old films a lot. There's a huge amount of nostalgia and references in this movie. Most of it is just sort of one-liners here and there, or maybe a visual thing like that. You just go, yeah, a lot of it's played for laughs. And you just go, yeah, that's a really cool reference. Yeah, love that, love that. The problem is there are a few occasions where it really leans on the old films. I mean, really leans on the old films. And you kind of go, okay, we've properly seen that before. I mean, to a stupid extent, we have seen that before. And I kind of wish it had branched out a little bit more and been its own film. Obviously, a Star Wars film, but being its own, a proper fresh start, as opposed to we have legitimately seen that before. But other than that, I absolutely loved it. I also have to give very special mention to Adam Driver as Kylo Ren because I knew nothing, as I said before, I knew nothing about him going into the film. But he's genuinely more complex than I thought he was going to be. He's relatable, he's complex, he's a complicated, more human character for want of a better. He's more three dimensional, is the best way to put it. You can kind of see what he's thinking, see where he's coming from, and it makes a character like that. It makes any bad guy, quite frankly. I wish Hollywood would work that out. It makes any bad guy much more sort of much more dynamic, much more interesting if they aren't just 100% sociopathic for no reason. He has his reasons, and it makes the character so much more interesting, so much more complex. Really like Kylo Ren a lot. All in all, this film, it's not perfect. No film is perfect. But if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're an original Star Wars fan, you will really love this film. I did. I was just, for 2 hours or whatever it is, I was just swept away. This is Star Wars. This is a proper Star Wars film. And it's also because of it. If you like the prequels, you need help anyway. So, irrelevant. But I will say one thing, the ending of the film will annoy some people. Didn't annoy me in the slightest because I recognise the fact that it is a bit of a cliffhanger, basically. I recognise the fact that there's two more movies to come. It's the first in a trilogy. They leave you wanting more. They leave you with questions, which is exactly what they should have done. Some people will be annoyed by this for reasons of their own. But to me, that's what the first film in a planned trilogy should do. It should leave you wanting more. That's exactly what The Force Awakens did do. I'm desperate for episode 8 now. Got a long time to wait, but I really want episode 8 now. And in that, episode 7 did its job. This is a great Star Wars film. This is a great film. Has its problems, but it's a great